Super Draco here, and welcome to stage 140 of Build the Battleship Bismarck, the final stage. Do. Oh, that's cringe. I might take that. Anyhow, it is the final stage, and the final countdown reference aside. So all we got left is the remote control and the rigging on the ship. So to start with, we're going to take the main circuit board from stage 139 that we did Squat Diddly with, and we're going to liberate it from its packaging and then put it inside the instructions just call it the box, so we'll go with it. Circuit board is going to rest on 4 posts, so you want to make sure you get that wire out of the way, and then it should just rest down. And then we're going to mount it with 4 2.3 by 5 millimeter PWB screws. Circuit board installed, then we just want to connect that plug. That plug goes from the battery box to the circuit board. Next we're going to bring in the cover and flip it upside down. So basically we've got all these little rubber pads that are going to install in to give us our buttons for the remote control. So the instructions will show you how you want to fit them, and you just want to make sure that they're all the way through. And we've got 4 of those to install. And it's surprisingly a little more difficult than you would think, but either way it's still easy. And then once we have all 4 of them installed, then we're going to drop this on top of the circuit board. Okay, so now that that's done, they want you to turn it over and just drop that into the control box. I find that doesn't quite work because, well, plain and simply, they're going to fall out every time you try to flip them. So instead, I found it easier just to drop the box on top of it. And then now that that's in, we're going to fix that down with 4 2.6 by 8 millimeter KB screws. That's a new one for the final stage, isn't it? Now that that's installed, I'm just making a quick sweep, making sure all the buttons work properly. And as you can see, one button wasn't stuck in quite all the way, but now everything's good, so let's move on. Doing this out of order from the instructions, but next I'm attaching this control lever. They go on top of those semicircular pegs. They'll fit in one way, and then just because I have a bit of OCD, I'm just rotating them to be straight. Now you see that they're shifting a little bit, and that's because the cover plate isn't down all the way. So after the video I tightened it up some more and got it to a little more flush. But with those 5 on there, all that we got left is to put batteries in it. And when I flipped it over, that one popped off. But I'm not going to put glue on those. I don't want to compromise anything. But now they're staying on, so we'll go with it. So this takes 4 AAA batteries. So we're going to put the cover on, and then once the cover's in place, we'll secure that with a 2x6mm PB screw. And the only thing left is to power it on. Green light, so it's working. So we're going to come over to the Bismarck and hit the button, and we've got a red light. So they're both working. So let's do a little function test while we're here. So as you can see, we have the guns calibrated to tell you everything's good. So then there's the rudders. The rudders are on one of them levers at the top, I believe. There's the propellers, forward and reverse, although reverse is still kind of sticking, so I might put some more grease in there. So then there's Agora. And it even makes sounds. And we see the barrels going up and down. Caesar. Barrels up and down. And they fire. So, Bruno. Barrels up and down, and it fires. Anton. He's rotating. He's elevating. And firing. Although the elevation isn't quite right. I'll look at that later. So there's the 15cm guns. You can't see it because the ones on the other side were moving. You can definitely hear the motors though. So next, there's the aft anchor going up and down. You can see the capstan spinning. Or is this the aft anchor? I guess the other one's the bow anchor. as you can see, it's slowly going up. So there's the radars, all three working. Oh, there's the bow or the ensign staff, the searchlights, the bridge and admiral's deck lights. And from this angle, it's hard to see, but the jackstaff light was working. We got foghorn. I don't know how many times it's supposed to play on one button press. And then we have the horn, or the warning horn. Now it does some other functions that I'm not going to show in this video.
Well, that's obnoxious.
You telling me. So there's a few other things that I'm not going to film just for brevity. But the last thing is the rigging. Now, at this point, you're going to see a slideshow like we did for the eyelets, because the rigging, it's just attaching strings to those eyelets. Yeah, it wasn't fun. And eventually I got over it. In the future, I may finish the rigging, but for right now, I'm happy with what I got done before I was just over it. So, thanks for watching, and I would say I'd see you for the next one, but since the Bismarck's done, I'll have to see you for whatever project's next. Thanks for watching, all 96 of my subscribers. Dragon's Den at 100 subs, and I'll see you for the next video.